Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be a bit different. I'm sure you saw by the thumbnail. I am ready to pop. I am very passionate about postpartum care. I know there's a lot of homesteading mamas out there, and I know what it feels like to have a brand new baby and you're trying to keep up with the garden, you're trying to keep up with the animals, you're trying to be a helping hand, making lunches, dinners, all those things, and it is so freaking hard. It is so hard. I had my son June 1st, so it was like literally right at the beginning of gardening season. Still put in a garden, and I just I couldn't keep up with it because I was taking care of a newborn, and my postpartum journey was horrendous. This video isn't about that. I honestly am thinking about making like a separate channel to talk about postpartum because it's something I'm so passionate about, because I feel like no one talks about it. It's such a struggle when you're in that moment. It's something that I think a lot of people brush off and they don't take the time to realize and understand like what that really means to a new mom. But that's a whole separate tangent. Today we're just talking about homesteading at 36 weeks pregnant and the struggles I've been having, how I'm overcoming that stuff. Girls gotta get comfy. I would be outside normally, but I am so tired. My legs are swollen and my feet are swollen, so I'm just like, I'm hanging inside talking to you guys. If you're a dad or a male, this video probably isn't for you. It's definitely great to hear these things because potentially your wife, partner, whatever, could be experiencing a lot of these things if you are farming or homesteading. So it's good to kind of hear what's going on, maybe help her out a little bit. The first thing that I'm going to talk about is the exhaustion. I know everyone knows when you're baking a baby, it is very, very tiring. But if you're also homesteading on top of that, it is like next level exhaustion. So for me, we have 3 dogs. In the morning when I get up, I take care of the dogs. I feed the dogs. I start my coffee, start my morning routine a little bit, and then pretty much jump into taking care of our son. Depending on when each of us get home and what we're doing, we'll have to feed all the animals, give them water, take care of the plants. I mean, the list, you guys know, goes on and on and on and on. So for me personally, I've had to tell Andrew, hey, today I'm feeling extremely exhausted. My feet hurt, my back hurts. I'm not going to go to the barn today. Like, that's on you. And for the most part, it's been him doing it the last few weeks, just because lifting the food, bending over to get into where we have the food is nearly impossible with a belly. Like, it just does not, I can't even reach in there to get the food. So he's been doing a lot of that. I've been still taking care of all of our plant babies because that's something easy for me to do. They're not heavy. I can still water them. And I actually truly enjoy plant starts. I think it's really cool to see them grow from seeds. So that's something that I actually like to do. It ain't easy. It is not easy. So exhaustion is probably the hardest part because you want to be that helping hand. You're so used to being hands-on at the homestead, and you kind of have to take a back seat and you just have to let your partner help you because honestly, like, you just can't do it all. Especially if you have another little one, forget it. The next thing that I'm going to talk about is the guilt. And I think a lot of moms face this regardless if you're on a homestead or whatever you're doing. The mom guilt is real. I'm feeling extremely guilty because, first of all, I feel guilty because I feel like I can't do as much to help out around here. And that's hard because I'm so used to being the person that like just jumps in and does a lot of things. So for me to not be able to do it is hard, and I feel guilty and I feel lazy. And that's, a whole mind thing in itself. And then I also have Colton, and he's 3 and he wants to play and he wants mommy to do this and this and this. And honestly, I don't have the energy to be able to do all the things, or I can't do all the things. Like, he wants to jump on the trampoline or go for like a hike, and I just literally like cannot do some of those things right now. I don't know. I have really low blood pressure too, which they're not concerned about, but it really affects my energy level. What I would say, moms, if you're watching this and you're feeling guilty, is give yourself grace. It's way easier said than done. I know, trust me. But I would say give yourself grace and just tell your partner, like, hey, this is just a season. They know you're not being lazy, especially if you're running a farm or homestead. They know you work hard and you help out as much as you can. It's just a season you have to get through. The last thing that I think as a homesteading mom, it's kind of a challenge, is planning for your seasons to come. For us, that's been kind of tricky because, as you know, we have the bus, we do the garden, we do meat chickens, we're hatching more chicks right now. We have the animals that are going to butcher. We have so many things going on that it's really hard to plan for what's to come because we're going to have a newborn and you don't want to start a project. I would love for Andrew to build a greenhouse or for us to put up a high tunnel this summer. I really wanted that to happen, but I'm just not pushing that project because we're going to have a brand new baby. We already have all these other things going on. And I think it's just a season where you kind of have to take a step back and still do the things that you love and that are bringing you so much joy, but realize that you're not going to be able to spend as much time on new projects. And even the projects that you do have, you're going to have to cut back a lot on those things. And it's just a season. Next year, if there's no baby, and then we'll be back in full swing, I promise. But it's hard. And when you are with a newborn, it's so easy to say, like, okay, I'm going to put them in there whatever, and I'm going to go out to the garden and they're going to sit there with me. And then you get out to the garden and the baby is hungry, you're tired, you have to pee, the baby just pooped, like it becomes a whole thing. And then by the time you get back out into the garden after all that stuff, you're just over it. And I've been there. My son Colton, he was born June 1st, like I said, and I was just trying so hard to push through to get everything done that I wanted to get done. And thank God I have such a great support system because I was able to call on people to say, hey, I need an hour to just go out into the garden and kind of like put my headphones in and chill out. And I would have my mom come over or Andrew's mom come over while he was working. So I could just take that time to like go zen out in my garden. And the garden might not be your thing. You might, whatever your thing is, but that's something that you can take a break from being a mom for an hour or so and go do something for yourself. But I really hope that if you're a new mom out there and if you are dealing with postpartum, I want you to know that you are not alone. Trust me, 100%, I know exactly what you're feeling. I will leave you guys with this. I have worked with my midwife for this pregnancy, and we have an awesome plan for my postpartum. We are already starting anxiety medicine, which is safe to take while you're pregnant and while you breastfeed. It's a very low dose, but I started it this week. And so by the time I give birth, it's already going to be in my system. And we're going to up the dose just a smidge once I give birth so that that feeling of uneasy, 1,000 pounds on your chest, shortness of breath, like all those anxiety like feelings are just going to be lowered a little bit just so I can enjoy a little bit more. And I am hoping if any of you guys are dealing with postpartum to reach out to someone, get help. This is something I am extremely, extremely passionate about. If you need someone to talk to, send me a message. We can chat. I will talk to you at 3 o'clock in the morning because I understand exactly how you feel. But homesteading mamas in general, you guys are doing great. You're doing awesome. I can't wait to meet this little girl. We have her room all set up. She's already spoiled already. I'm excited for this summer so I can hang out with her, enjoy the garden. I'm going to take it so easy this summer. We're just going to relax. I'm not going to force anything. If you guys are interested in a postpartum pregnancy, whatever channel, leave it in the comments below because like I keep saying, I'm super passionate about this and I would love to start that channel. I just really am like trying to find the time to do it, to be honest. But if you're interested, let me know and I will do it. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I hope you have an awesome week and we will see you next week.